Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome to NoDQ&A video right here on NoDQ.com, as well as the YouTube channel and NoDQ&A videos affiliate, ringsidenews.com. Got your questions here from spring.me/Aaron Rift regarding the first Raw of 2015. Let's get started today with the first one from TravJC27. Hey Aaron, just watched Raw and was waiting for someone to knock that stupid ass look off of Cena's face. Don't you think all three guys could have attacked Cena and still remained babyface? Also, what were your thoughts on the whole show? Cheers. I think that a lot of people have been waiting for a very long time to see someone knock that stupid ass look off of John Cena's face. Don't see it happening anytime soon because John Cena is the poster boy. He is Super Cena. He overcomes the odds. Blah, blah, blah. And yes, I do agree with you. I think that if all three guys had attacked John Cena, they would have gotten a big pop. And maybe that's going to happen. Maybe we'll see those three guys join the Authority and turn on John Cena. Don't think it's going to happen. What I expect to happen is that next week, or at the latest 2 weeks from now, we are going to see those three guys reinstated. Maybe John Cena will win a match where his title shot is on the line, and he'll bring those three guys back, and all will be well. They'll all be friends, and we'll move on from there. That's what I'm expecting to happen. And I think that that is one of the big problems in general with Raw. You asked me about the show. I felt that it was very lame. This whole storyline with the three guys being fired, it's been done so many times before. It has no credibility. We all know those guys are going to be back very soon. And I just felt the show as a whole was lame. I didn't really hate it. Some people out there hated this show. I mean, it got very negative reviews online. And on the NoDQ.com poll, 73% voted thumbs down. Very negative reviews to this week's Raw, but I didn't hate it. I just felt that from top to bottom, it was a lame show. All right, this one comes from the Nova KD. Hey Aaron, Happy New Year. Is WWE just trying to protect John Cena and Brock Lesnar from losing by adding Seth Rollins to the WWE title match at the Royal Rumble? That's what it certainly feels like to me. By having Seth Rollins in the match now, John Cena and Brock Lesnar don't have to lose. Seth Rollins can be the one to take the fall. But with that being said, I'm fine with this match. If anything, at least it's a change. I was so sick of John Cena and Brock Lesnar back at Night of Champions, and I wasn't looking forward to another one-on-one match. So by adding Seth Rollins to the mix, at least you're changing things a little bit, and we're seeing something that we haven't seen before. So I'm fine with the match being added with Seth Rollins going for the title. And I got another question here asking about Rollins in the title match and if this will possibly lead to a rift between Lesnar and the Authority. And I'm sure no pun was intended by using the word rift. I think that it's definitely a possibility, as I've mentioned in previous videos, that Seth Rollins will be aligned with Paul Heyman, and Brock Lesnar, if he stays with the company, will go babyface. I think that that's very much a possibility, and perhaps this will plant the seeds. There'll be some kind of dissension, and Seth Rollins will end up getting beat by Brock Lesnar, and he'll get pissed off, and he'll continue to go after Lesnar. That is definitely a possibility, but with the way WWE books, it's really hard to say what they're doing, and WWE and logic don't exactly go together. So, for all I know, they could have this match at the Royal Rumble, and Rollins and Lesnar will never cross paths again. I mean, that is definitely possible as well. All right, moving on here from WWE fan Dark Arrow. Hey Aaron, what did you think of Bad News Barrett becoming the new IC champion? Well, I think I would have preferred a more straight finish rather than Dolph Ziggler beating Bad News Barrett right away and then having Kane come out and make it a 2 out of 3 falls match and Bad News Barrett winning that way. I just felt that that was lame. Going back to earlier, the theme of the show, lame, is really the best way I could put Raw this week, how I could explain it. I think that Bad News Barrett being IC champion is great. I mean, I think it's a good idea to put the title on him since he was the champion before he left, and he didn't actually lose the title because of injury. So I was fine with him winning the title, although I'm confused here because he came back as a babyface and already he's back to being a heel. So a little confused about that. Didn't really like the whole Kane coming out making the 2 out of 3 falls, but I am happy that Bad News Barrett got the title. And, it doesn't really matter that Dolph Ziggler lost the title. He's going to be in the position he's in, whether he has the title or not. All right, this one comes from Kane Yo-Yo for the win. Hey Aaron, what did you think of Cesaro and Kidd joining Adam Rose? Is WWE trying their best to bury Cesaro? It was a real shame when I saw this. I think that, at least for Cesaro's sake, it's better to be on television and have a storyline than to not have a storyline at all. So even though Cesaro and Tyson Kidd feels like a tag team just randomly thrown together because WWE doesn't know what else to do with those guys, at least it's something for them. And with Adam Rose, I mean, the gimmick is lame, and Cesaro being paired with Adam Rose isn't ideal. It's not ideal when you consider the fact that he won the Andre the Giant Battle Royal last year and was on his way to becoming a top star in WWE. Same way that it's not ideal for Mizdow to be the Miz's stunt double when 2 years ago he won Money in the Bank and was fighting John Cena on Raw and having memorable matches and having momentum. But at least for these guys, they're getting TV time, and that's what's important. If you lose the TV time, there's that saying, out of sight, out of mind. So it's better for Cesaro to have something to do than nothing at all. But yeah, I really do feel, everyone feels the same way about Cesaro, that he is very underutilized. He won the award on NoDQ.com, most underutilized of the year. And I agree 100%. I feel that Cesaro should be in a higher position in the company, but what can you do? At least they got something for him, which is better than nothing. All right, this one comes from Kayfabe Candy Ass. Why does WWE have the Ascension go out there and talk shit about the Road Warriors just to be buried on commentary, even by a so-called heel JBL? I think they did some serious damage. Why are so many people offended by this? Lance Storm went on Twitter and complained about the fact that the Ascension brought up the Road Warriors and mocked the catchphrase and called the Road Warriors a joke. He thought it was very distasteful, and he said he turned off Raw in protest. And a lot of people out there have complained about it. I'm surprised. I watched it, and I didn't find it that offensive. Just because Hawk died doesn't mean it's off limits to mock the tag team. It's not like they made fun of Hawk for being dead or something like that. It's not like when Randy Orton came out and used Eddie Guerrero's death to get heel heat. I mean, that was a totally different thing. Here, they were just saying that they're a better tag team than the Road Warriors, and the Road Warriors are a joke compared to them. And they also brought up Demolition as well. I didn't see anything wrong with it. I mean, the Ascension's getting the comparisons to those teams, so why not say, hey, we're better than those teams. Those teams are nothing compared to us. I didn't see anything wrong with it. I didn't think it was crossing the line or anything. I think people were definitely overreacting to that. All right, this one comes from CPW1978. Are you planning to stick by reporting TNA if you completely dislike its new network and product? Should TNA fail, would you consider replacing with Ring of Honor, GFW, or some other such indie brands? Well, funny you mention this, because if you haven't noticed already, the change has been made at NoDQ.com. The TNA section is now the indie section. I made the call deciding that because TNA is on a network that a lot of people don't get, and TNA's not really doing house shows, they're not really doing pay-per-view events. Dixie Carter does claim that they're going to do pay-per-view events, but Lockdown's going to be a special. It's not going to be a pay-per-view. To me, TNA is really a glorified indie promotion at this point, and I figured that it would be a good idea to extend coverage on other promotions out there. You have Ring of Honor, you have GFW and their affiliation with New Japan, and there are other promotions out there, Lucha Underground. And I feel it's time to start giving those promotions more exposure. and TNA doesn't really need as much exposure because there's not a whole lot going on in TNA. You know, they tape 3 nights, and you know that goes for 3 months of television. So there hasn't been a whole lot of TNA news and not much to report about with TNA. So I figured it was just time to make the change and just focus on multiple promotions that are out there besides WWE instead of just focusing on TNA. But there will still be TNA coverage on NoDQ.com. All right, that'll wrap it up for this edition of NoDQ&A video. Thanks as always for watching. If you enjoyed today's video, please share it with a friend, share it on Facebook, share it on Twitter, any social media site, whatever you can do to help spread word of mouth. You know, I really appreciate all the support from you guys, and thanks again for checking out NoDQ&A video. Stay tuned to NoDQ.com for the very latest in WWE, TNA, and Ring of Honor, and GFW, and Lucha Underground, and maybe even other promotions. Any feedback you want to give me regarding what promotions you would like to see covered on NoDQ.com, let me know what you think, and I will see you guys next time.